Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business here. Guys, we're talking about football, man. Can you believe it? The season is just upon us. We are 30 days, 7 hours, 58 minutes, and 10 seconds away from kicking off against the Carolina Panthers. I don't know about you, but I feel a lot better. Now, I know, listen, it's preseason game numero uno. Preseason doesn't mean jack. What you want to do is you want to get some work in, check out some of the young guys, people that are on the bubbles, and get out healthy. We accomplished that. Dak Prescott, the most micromanaged quarterback in the NFL, who they told us hadn't thrown a touchdown pass on 11 on 11. Time to push the panic button. The Cowboys offense, no Dez Bryant, no Jason Witten. They are screwed. The whole offense is all Zeke Elliott. Dak is nothing without Zeke. Well, I bet you this morning, Steeman, Willie Beeman won't be the first one here, as usual, talking about how much Dak sucks. Now, again, it's one series, so let's not get out of shape. But at least I am looking forward to today with a day that we won't hopefully hear from all the Dak haters so much. He's a dink and dunker. He's got slow reads. His mechanics are off. Cooper Rush should start. Mike White should start. I should start. You know what? Teams have an identity. The Dallas Cowboys team philosophy forever, their winning formula was always a great running game, a really good passing game, and a lights out defense. We've had a couple of those pieces, but we've been missing one or another at different times, and that's why we haven't been to the Super Bowl. Tony Romo was an elite passing game. We had DeMarco Murray with an elite season, but we just didn't have a strong enough defense to go down the stretch. Understand, the winning formula for the Dallas Cowboys is that first drive that we had in that game ate up almost 6 minutes on the clock. You ran the ball. Rod Smith, I tell you what, he had a crease about this big, found it, boom, runs for 12 yards. He looks like the real deal. You ended up mixing the ball around. Hearns got some passes yesterday. You had Thompson, I believe Thompson, was it Thompson? But Hearns caught a pass in there. And, of course, Michael Gallup. For all those that say Dak can't throw accurate, Dak can't throw a deep ball, Dak sucks. Well, that drive, mix of run, play action pass, bootlegs, and Dak Prescott hitting the man who was open in stride, led him with the ball, perfect strike for a touchdown, 30-yarder. So that drive is textbook. If you can play like that during the season, control the clock, score points, it makes it that much easier for your defense. Because as long as you're scoring points and taking up that clock, that means it's urgency for the other team to hurry up and score, which means they're going to be passing downs more, which means that with the defensive pass rush we have, it's definitely playing against our strengths. We don't want to be in a ground and pound, run-stopping game. We don't have the horses in the middle, the big bodies, but we've got pass rushers. And believe me, Taco looks night and day different from where he was last year. Taco put on amazing amount of pressure. So when I look at that game, it's preseason, doesn't mean a whole lot other than the fact that we got out healthy. But your offense, without Zeke Elliott, came down on that first drive, boom, 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 scored, just like that. That's going to bode well for it. Now, what was funny to me is everybody trashed Dak. Everybody talked about how bad he was with reads and things. And I'm sitting here watching the halftime show, and the amazing thing was this. They were talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, who was 3 of 6 for like 30 yards. They said, oh, Garoppolo made some nice passes. What, were those in warm-ups? Because I didn't see him in the game. Jimmy Garoppolo looked how they talked about Dak Prescott. His ball placement was all over the place. He was throwing guys high. He was throwing balls behind people. He did not look like the second highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He may be way overpaid, but then they went off of just 7 starts. I think he's the most overrated player in the NFL. And last night, I know it was only preseason, that did not look good to me at all. So, I got my good book, took some notes last night, and what I got for you, Jalen Smith. Oh my God. He can move around. That foot is no longer an issue. He's playing without the brace. The play that cemented that in my mind more than anything else was a play that didn't happen. It was a penalty on it. Illegal procedure. Jalen Smith lined up, middle linebacker position, and he sprints to the offensive line before the snap of the ball and stops on a dime just before he got to the center. The offensive lineman ends up moving, boom, 5-yard penalty. But the fact that Jalen Smith could sprint and stop just like that is something he could not do last year. That foot would not allow him to do that. That tells me that he truly does have that thing back. I saw him in another play where he knifes in, line of scrimmage, works his way right on down, makes a tackle for a loss for 1 yard. Another play, Jalen Smith is rushing the passer, and we blitzed more yesterday than we normally ever do in that first quarter. Ends up getting up there, bats the ball down. Jalen Smith looked really, really good. And he was playing without Sean Lee out there. We get Sean Lee out there, who says he'll be playing next week, itching to get out there, along with Jalen Smith. Those are 2 incredible linebackers. It's going to be a great thing. Vander Esch looked like a rookie playing his first game. He made an interception out of bounds, ended up getting the wind knocked out of him when he landed on his elbow. You're holding your breath for a second there as you're watching him laying on the ground and kind of moving around like, oh, crap, here we go. We got an injury. But he looked like he was thinking. And in football, there's not time to think. You have to react. It has to be second nature. It has to be instinct. You got to immediately, when that ball snapped, know where you're going. But you could see that he was hesitating. And when you hesitate, you're seeing him up high. You're seeing him kind of slow to the ball and just kind of lost. Give him time. Don't start calling him a bust already, because I know how you guys are. Immediately, if somebody does not out of play 1 come out the box, you're going to say, that guy sucks, he's a bust. And on to Taco. Like I said, Taco was chasing the quarterback all over the field. He ended up getting a really, really good push. You get him in there with DeMarcus Lawrence, move Tyrone Crawford down at tackle. You got an incredible pass rush. You put Brian Price in the middle or Malik Collins. That's a great front line. We had a lot of guys that looked really, really good. Hearns made a nice catch in there. So our wide receivers looked pretty good. They moved around. They caught some balls. The not so good, ooh, boy. Chaz Green. Chaz Green gave up basically a sack and got a flag. Let the guy beat him and got holding, okay? If you're going to get a flag, at least don't let him get to your quarterback. Chaz Green, I think the experiment will finally be done, and he'll be cut. Anthony Brown, 2 flags on 3rd down. 3rd down and long on one of those. Gave him a first down, kept him on the going. I touched on Rod Smith. Rod Smith running looked incredible. Bo reminds me of Marion Barber. So we've got a lot of good things. We've got a lot of weapons and stuff in there. It's a matter of now putting those things together, staying healthy, and getting on the field. I'm feeling pretty good about our defense. In fact, I'm elated. The fact that we did more blitzing than usual. We definitely seemed like we were on the attack as opposed to literally kicking back on defense. Offense, first string looked great. For all those that say Cooper Rush should be a starter, Cooper Rush ain't ready. For guys that say Mike White ain't ready. Okay, so hopefully we can finally get past that stuff and realize that Dak is our quarterback and stop this Dak Prescott hate. Dak is the real deal. We will be in great shape. And with that being said, whew, they tell me don't quit your day job, so I need to get my behind up out of here and get to my day job and try and make some money so I can pay the bills. Ah, boy. Went to bed at 1:30, got up at 6. Good Lord. I'm tired, boss. I'm real tired. But with that being said, guys, we'll be live streaming here 9 o'clock tonight, Eastern. So be sure to join us so we can get some more notes on everything that is our Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe Boo, and I need a couple of refills of coffee. I'll see you soon.